Hey everybody, this cabbage head is tight. I'm about to go ahead and pull it. All right, so my butternut squash is coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and I have another buttercup coming up right there. Exciting. You guys all see 2 cherry tomatoes, one here and then one right there. And I just found another one, you guys. Let's see. right here. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. Right there. I see another one. That is 3 husky cherry tomatoes. I don't think anything is going to go down with this little melon right here. Sometimes they get like this and they just stop, but obviously something is coming back here and pollinating, so I am excited about that. Yeah, so I have hopes that we will see more watermelons getting pollinated. I just wanted to show you my marigolds. They're growing. And something is eating at this sage instead of my plants. So good. Another onion tried to go to seed, but I'm thinking I might leave it. This onion is really not that big. And maybe I'll leave it and see what happens. Maybe it'll form an onion scape. That's what I heard. We'll see. Look at the corn, you guys. They are growing. I am getting excited. Even this one right here that I broke is growing back. And ooh, what is that? Just a moment. I thought it was a big worm in my corn. It wasn't. Anyway, like I was saying, one had died that was planted here, and I forgot to replant some more, but I'm not going to plant anymore. They are doing pretty good. I'm not watering them every day because the weather hasn't really called for it. But look at this, like they're growing from the sides right here. I haven't seen any pests yet. Look at that. They're, shooting from the sides, you guys. Oh, look at this is the biggest one right here. These 2. I'm really excited, you guys. Really happy with the corn. Let me come over to the cabbages. So, these 2, this one is really weird, you guys. And nothing's attacking it either. Anyway, these 2 have decided to grow heads. Like I told you before, this one has a head growing over there. And this one, the head is growing on that one. So it looks like got 2 more cabbages in this weird weather. We're supposed to be having some rain by the end of the week. Even this one, you guys, it's not hard, but it's forming a head. I think I'm gonna cut off. No, I'm gonna leave the outer leaves on. Really weird. These 2 are trying to grow back, but they're not gonna form anything. I'll be cutting those out once I empty out this bed. Also, when I cut out the other cabbage, I saw these green little eggs, so I'm gonna come and spray that. And then once I'm finally done using this bed for cabbages, I'm going to clean it out real good, spray it with, fungicides, whatever, for about a week. And then I'm going to amend the soil and then plant sunflowers here. This bed, like I told you before, this is my okra bed. Okras are not ready to be planted. It hasn't been over 65 degrees all day, so they're not ready. But I'm thinking tonight or tomorrow I may replant my peppers and prepare those to be planted here with the okra. I'm just counting on the onions and the garlic. Well, the garlic may be getting pulled out before the onions, but I'm planning on them to be here for a while. So this is going to be probably one of my free empty beds. So that means I'm not using all the beds because I went ahead and planted those other melons over there in the middle bed of the cattle panel arch. So this bed won't be used for a while because the onions are not ready. So these onions are going to stay in here until they are ready. Some of the garlic, I'm gonna dig around the garlic and show you. Some of them are doing pretty good. Let's look at this one. Let me show you guys this one. I want you guys to see. This one maybe almost, look at that. It's almost ready to go, you guys. But I think this needs to be a little bit like up to here, like more brown up to here. And it's still quite not that big, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So I'm happy with that. Let's look at this one right here. This one is almost there too. And remember, I planted garlic at different times because not all of them took. This one is still really small. We're just going to cover that back up. Let me come over here. This one I think is still, most of them are pretty small. See? But they're coming to fruition, you guys. I'm excited about that. Very, very excited. My onions are bulbing. These are the white onions. So I just got to keep working with them and kind of scooping the dirt around them. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. And just watering and feeding. Not doing too much. I hope some of these necks start getting weak and start bending pretty soon, so I can pull up some onions and my mom won't have to go out and buy any. Let me show you my grapes. Well, I don't have any grapes. This is the one I planted the latest, you guys. This one right here. Look how, I mean, it's like I'm so happy. Now, I don't see any grapes, but just the way it's looking. This one was kind of fading off, and it came back. And this one too. Look at that. So I'm very happy. I know that this thing, which I need to pull out, and these two aren't doing anything, but I don't care. I'm just going to leave those in there, and then when next season comes, I'm going to pull those three dead ones out, and I'm going to plant some more. And I'm noticing that when I put grape vines or whatever in that already has some green on it, those are the ones that are surviving. So those are the ones I'm going to look for, whether I go to the garden center or whether I go to a big box store. I'm going to look for ones that's already having green on them. Show you my cucumbers. Looks like something's eating at it, but that's pretty normal. Let me see. I'm not seeing any aphids, so it's probably like a snail or a slug or something coming at night. But look how big it's going. I'm not really like tripping on the cucumbers because in general those do pretty good. I don't know how that one's doing, but the rest of these are doing pretty good. I'm really happy. Oh, you know what? This one is leaning over. I think it's time for me to tie this one to the cattle panel. And let me check, is this one leaning? This bigger one. Yeah, it's growing that way. Okay. So I see now I'm going to have to tie these to the cattle panel. Cool, no problem. My eggplants are still doing this. Got a flower on this one. Hopefully something senses it and comes and pollinates. And where's the other flower? Oh, here's this flower I showed you the other day. Let me look in there. Ooh, that looks like, I don't know what kind of spider that is, you guys. But I'm not getting close to it. And it's hiding up under that leaf. I'm happy I moved my hand quick. I mean, they're doing okay. They're hanging in there. And of course I got a beak kind of sticking out over there. And I may be pulling this weekend. This doesn't have any peas in it. This one. It's a little one growing right there. There is one growing straight up. Where is it? I don't know if you can see it. One growing straight up right there. Yeah. So my strawberries are growing. I actually picked some dead leaves and I came out here after work and now these leaves are standing up. So I only got to pick one strawberry today. Some are still turning red. I see a bigger one in here, which I'm excited about. I see that one that's bigger. I saw another one that's bigger too. I have to look for it. But basically just a lot of small ones. That one's still kind of pink. Maybe that was it. But they're still growing every day. Every day. What's this? I see, oh, that's the pink one I showed you. But I look in here every day. Maybe that was the big one. There was one really big one in here. It's hiding. Okay, my potatoes. I don't see any potatoes at the top. When I was watering them yesterday, I checked. You guys, this was all wilted over. This one was all wilted over. And I watered everything. And I don't see any potatoes down there. But this was all wilted over like it was dying. And I watered it last night and it looked like it was coming back. Interesting. Okay, so that is about it. You see my mint. You see my my blueberries. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go inside. That cabbage has been sitting in the salty water long enough. I'm gonna go cut it up and see if it tricked me again like the other cabbages did. Hey everybody, I'm going to cut the cabbage. One thing I noticed when I've been cutting up the cabbage, I soak it in the water, is that it absorbs water. I've been trying my best to get all of this water out of here, and it's kind of hard. You probably won't be able to see me that great, or me cutting the cabbage. Maybe if I put it down. Okay. So yeah, there's still a lot of water inside the cabbage. So now I'm going to cut it. Now, so funny. I had my mother squeeze the cabbage head and she goes, "Precious, it feels really tight, but you know how we got tricked the last time?" And I said, "Yeah, I remember, Mom." So I'm cutting through this bottom here. And so far, so good, you guys. So far, so good. It looks really pretty though, doesn't it? Look at that. See? Water's still coming out. Maybe I'll cut a little more right there. Let's see. Cut just a little bit more off. And then I'm going to stick it back in the water, the salty water. Okay. So I'm actually going to, look here. It was something eaten in the cabbage. I don't know if you guys could see it. It didn't get down to the other layers that I know of. So I'm kind of scared to cut it, but I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to cut it like this time. Hopefully nothing won't run out at me. Really kind of nervous. Okay, you guys, this one is pretty good. Look, it's not that bad. Pretty good. So I'm gonna go throw these back into the sink and let the salty water get off on the inside of this cabbage, and probably add some more salt to the water. I see one or two little aphids that tried to hang on, but nah. And my mother thinks I did good with the other cabbage. She took half a head and she goes, look, that's enough for, you know, one meal for us. So she was pretty happy with the last cabbage. And I'm happy with this one. Okay, so I'll come back after this cabbage is fully clean and let you see what we got. Okay, everybody, so that is it. Bam. So they're still kind of loose right in there, but it's still better than the other ones I think that I got. My mom says it looks the same to me, and it's gonna cook and eat just the same as the other ones did too. So I'm happy that this cabbage decided to come to fruition, especially during this time of the year when we're in May and the other ones are starting to do good. It seems like every time I cut one, the other ones start to catch up. So hopefully everything will be good. I tell you, I soak and soak and soak these things, and I don't know. Well, it looks clean to me. Looks as clean as it's gonna get anyway. So, okay. Sorry, I was looking at something. So what's gonna happen is I'll probably film myself in the morning transplanting the peppers, because it's time to transplant them. They're getting bigger, so you guys get to see them getting bigger. I hope I can wake up in time to go ahead and transplant them and you guys can see it. And what I'm going to do now is make sure that this cabbage is dried really good, and put them in a plastic container. And then my mom is going to do her thing, cut it up, whatever she does, and put them in the freezer and cook it when she's ready. I just double check these. I try to really clean the vegetables really good in warm salty water. So I'm just double checking to make sure it doesn't have anything, and it's looking pretty good. So that should be it for the night. I posted a video the other day that says be peaceable to everyone. I had to delete it because it was messed up, and you may have only seen one, but I've seen like a whole bunch of copies on YouTube. So I'm going to end up reposting that one. I just didn't have time today, but I will be reposting it because someone said, oh, I didn't get to see the video. I guess they subscribed and they got a message stating that that video came up, and then I had taken it down. So I'll be putting that that video back up. Okay, so that's going to be it for the evening. As I usually always say, please find peace within yourself, and please be peaceable with others. Have a good evening.